Yippee! Art time, finally! We're gonna be working on a self-indulgent art piece, if you may, because we're gonna draw me, and specifically in a Marvel Rivals art style. I wanna do a little bit of a walkthrough of what I've done so far. So we started with this little pose. I wanted to do something like this pose, you know? So we came up with this pose right here. And then I realized later on that it's kind of similar to Magik's pose. Hold on, just a moment. It's kind of similar to Magik's pose with the hip out and the hand on the hip kind of thing. And then after that, I copied this draft to a 3D model within Clip Studio Paint. I also played with the lighting or whatever, so I can kind of tell where to put the cyan and magenta lighting later on. But I might not be able to follow it. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. And then after that, here's the draft. Here it is. And then here's the lines and then the base colors. And for today, we're gonna be working on shadows and also the pattern in her hair. I'm trying to sort of evolve my art style so I don't just stick to the line nose. You know, you see she has like a triangle, actually a button nose right now. And we're gonna do our best to sort of emulate the art style, the coloring style at least, the shading style, you know, of Marvel Rivals, because this art piece is supposed to be the thumbnail art for that one time when I played Marvel Rivals on stream. I don't know, I just want it to be a little extra, because what's most likely gonna happen is that the thumbnail is just gonna be about here, just about to her waist. But I want to do a full body artwork, so why not? This is our reference picture. You can also find this on my card. And I have the front, the back, the sides, and all these other details. But actually, I updated, yeah, art study time, exactly. But actually, I updated my character sheet, or am updating my character sheet. I'm not yet quite done, but this is what we've got so far. Let's just color that white so you can see. Ta-da! This is gonna be the new render, yippee! She has that button nose right now. Hee. And I took notes on one of my other previous artworks and just really went in with the shading on the tufts, so they really look like two giant feathers growing out of my forehead kind of thing. So yeah, this is her new look for later down the line. Once it's out, great. Yippee! And then the difference for this render in particular is that the side hair is a bit more simple. Like instead of like 1, 2, 3, like instead of 3 wave things, there's just 2 on both sides. And here on the side of the hair, I think it's like 3 or 4 or something like that. Maybe I'll add another one right here. I don't know, I'll think about it later. It's not yet finished anyway. I love the feathering, such a good little detail. Thank you so much. Also the frills are much simpler now, because in the previous version, sorry, I'm just giving you a little walkthrough because I don't know, I just love working on myself sometimes, you know, so you can improve yourself and work on yourself, you know, grow, whatever, you know. And right, the frills are much simpler because back then there are like 3 kinds of frills because I used 3 different frill brushes. And let's face it, no one's gonna be able to draw this little detail, that like these little curvy details on each frill. Even I don't even draw it like that. And then the scales are also simpler, because back then I would use like an image texture and then I would just form it. But I did like oversimplify the scales on the toes and the fingers. Like instead of the previous look wherein it looks like it's wrapped around the toes, I kind of just like erased it. So it's a little easier to render for others to render anyway. But you know, at least it's less of a nightmare when it comes to drawing her, I hope. It's less of a nightmare. It might still be a nightmare for some, but to me it's less of a nightmare because first of all, the scales are simpler and the frills are simpler. Also, the pouch is already at the back of the skirt. It doesn't cover the apron too much anymore. But yeah, actually, looking at this now, maybe I'll add a third frill, like a third wave of hair here on the long bit, but still keep the other side just at 2. And the reason why her hair is asymmetrical like that is because she is an owl. Because owls have like asymmetrical ears, so it's kind of like this, but it's like on the opposite side. So the long bit is the ear that's higher, and then the shorter bit of hair is the ear that's lower. And here she is without her side hair. Whoa! So freaky! She has like bits of baby hair. Oops. She has bits of baby hair on the side of her hair, of her head, of her face, and then the ear canal. But I didn't want to go too deep into detailing the ear canal, especially since the rest of the illustration is going to be flat colors anyway. Oh yeah, also, since this is a new render, I'm not going to be rendering the rest of the body views as such. It's just going to be flat colors. I don't know, I've said this before, but I don't like it if a character sheet is fully rendered, like with shadows and everything. But a part of me is like, maybe I should render at least the full body, and then the rest of it will just be flat colors. But yeah. Also, this version, the new render, Cursed Knowledge of Secret Kuwa ear, yeah. You're welcome. It's out in public. Also, she has a, oh, it's not seen here, but she has like a knife strap on her thigh. I don't know, it's just a really little representative of myself IRL. Because I mentioned back then when we were playing God of War Ragnarok, I got a tattoo. And it's on this leg-ish. So, yeah. Yippee! Oh yeah, also I simplified the brooch. Because back then, there's this like owl face moment going on, and then it's supposed to be like the wings spreading outward. But then again, it might be a nightmare to like draw. So I just simplified it into like this floral shape. I think there's something to be said about having a full render for a deaf readability. Exactly. I'm also really proud of how the fabric turned out. Like, even though this bit of the skirt is covered by the apron, you can still kind of see that there's a bit of folds going on, you know? I thought you were saying you carry a knife around the leg wrap IRL. What if I could? But I can't. I just have a tattoo there, and so instead of just slapping on a tattoo on Kuwa, I just represented it with a knife strap, you know? Why not? Because she already has knives right here. Why not add a third one? The eye shape is pretty much the same from the previous like render. I just copy-pasted it and then added the eyebrow shadow, and then I made the eyebrows a little thicker. And yeah, she still has this little flick of the eyebrow here, kind of like who is that Ace Attorney character? Because at first I thought it was Apollo Justice, but apparently he has like arrows pointing towards his face kind of eyebrow shape. I don't remember, but anyway, the original concept for these flicked out eyebrow is because I wanted to give myself like two sets of eyes, like Raven from Teen Titans kind of style, wherein it opens up every now and then. But I realized that I don't have a lot of space on the forehead, and it might collide with the hair horn, you know, the hair tufts. So instead of doing that, I just kind of like added the eyebrow flick as like a little reference, you know? It'll make for like an interesting little story, and it's not even super shown all the time unless I'm like flipping my hair around or like, yeah, if like I'm like frowning, girl, you can kind of see it. Yeah. I wanted to give her a fuller lip because back then she only has the bottom lip, and I still do for the 0.75 model, but once I get around to rendering this model in particular, hopefully I'll be able to do like V-Bridger stuff, you know? That one VTube Studio extension where you can stick your tongue out, the eyeball tracking is much better, the eyebrow tracking is much better, and you can like purse and press your lips together kind of tracking. I want to be able to do that once I get around to making this model in particular. But for now, we're going to be working on this one, and I'll be showing off this 0.75 model in particular later on. Maybe. Anyway, enough games. Enough, what do you call this? Also, I have a lot of Kuwa references. So anyway, let's proceed. Finally, the part where I actually draw. So I'm just gonna make a bunch of multiply layers, and then let's play around with the lighting first. So I have a screenshot of the 3D model that I showed earlier, and I want to keep it small. What do you call this? So I can block out the shadows better. There's a lot of like shadows going on the face alone. So what I'm hoping to achieve today is to at least finish the shading of the face and the hair. Okay, speaking of hair, I already forgot that we should add in the patterns first. I'm gonna select a random color first so I can see where we're going. I don't think there are any characters in the game who have patterns in their hair or split dye. Well, except for her, but like it's clearly being separated by a fold in her hair, you know? I haven't been keeping track of the new Pope voting, you know? But I heard that the Filipino... What are their names? The Filipino candidate for Pope. I heard that he's in the runner-up. And he's like leading, you know? Cardinal, thank you. I heard that he's leading. And people are kind of memeing that if he wins, like the church choir is gonna pop off every like mass. Because Filipino choirs and also karaoke, you know, they can really go hard. I mean, he seems the most chill of the candidates. I'm not involved, but I do have a bias. Interesting. Yeah, I just know that he's like the most progressive cardinal candidate. Come on now. If you're drawing along with me and you have any art questions, or if you even have questions about my character, meaning myself, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer. I also say that for when I do live 2D stuff on stream, but even though I've been doing live 2D stuff for a few years now, I still haven't quite memorized all of the terminologies. I should get on that eventually. Then what I've done for the tail is just solid curves. But let's see. I also even have the gala outfit for Cloak and Dagger for the Tufts reference, but I don't know. I don't think I fully understood it and still stuck to how I would draw feathers. But that's okay. At the end of the day, it's still my artwork. But like I'm more focused on studying how it's being colored, like the characters in Marvel Rivals. That's okay. At this point, maybe I'm just coping, cause I'm already here. I'm already in the coloring phase, you know. I might actually just, cause I've already done the pattern for Bihun, which is like it's kind of faded on the top, and there's like those scratchy bits. So I might also do that for my tail feathers, so it's not super like shaped out. Oh yeah, the Star Wars Episode 3, they re-released it in the movie theaters. I kind of want to watch it, but ain't got time. We will see. I will see. I don't have a lot of owl puns. There was this one owl pun, but it's more of a Kuwa pun from the other day that one of you at home mentioned. It's lechon kuwali. I love that. It's the Filipino, like, what do you call that? How would you describe lechon kawali? It's like pork. No, yeah, it's like roasted pig. No, it's crunchy. I have no idea. But it's really good, look it up. Really good. Lots of cholesterol though. But, you know, if you see it on your menu on your local Filipino store, try it. Also maybe sisig. Try that one also. But don't look up what sisig is. No, actually I can just tell you. Sisig usually is made of the parts of a pig's face, but sometimes it's made of just the normal parts of the pig, like the normal eating parts of the pig, you know. Pinoy pride, yeah, local Filipino store. I wish. Well, you know, maybe cause in America there's Seafood City. You know, that's a Filipino store, although very expensive. But you know, maybe you have like a Filipino themed restaurant there where you're at, you know? You don't know. Asian cuisine is like really spreading out these days. I don't know how to feel about this one, so I might review it on my own time, like the tail feathers. Or maybe if I recolor it to the proper colors, I'll feel better about it. Owl. Nah, way too rural. Aw, that's okay. Maybe someday. Like when you get out to tour or travel or something. Or maybe if there's like an event there. Cause everywhere you look, okay, nowadays, there are Filipinos. We're like spreading out like wildfire. Like a Filipino community. Oops, I accidentally pressed the screenshot button. Like Filipino community-led events, you know? Maybe they'll have that then. Filorestos suck here in North America. Too much regulation, not enough overused oil. You're right. It's like, it's too regulated. Like their chicharron, it doesn't taste good. Wherein it's like, it'll clog your heart kind of good. I think I have more of a chance for a local Filipino store than RV. Yeah! You try it, and then you tell RV. Or you tell RV to come over at your place, and then you can try it together, you know? Can say the same with a lot of Asian cuisine. Yeah, that's true, that's true. Like Chinese food doesn't taste the same outside of China, I bet. I've just added a little bit of an airbrush, like, fade effect, just a little bit. And now I'm going to add the... what do you call this? The scratchy scratches. Let's see. And this is more of a me thing. This rake brush effect. I don't think it's a Marvel Rivals thing, but that's okay. I'm not fully... I just keep deviating away from the original study, what do you call this, material? You have to find a hole in the wall to find true Mexican food in my area. Yeah, exactly. It's always the hole in the walls, you know? Rest is mostly Tex-Mex, yeah. I don't... like, speaking of, like, foreign cuisine and outside of their home countries, I don't like it. Personally. I don't like it when the Philippines Filipinify things. Like, I don't know if they still have IHOP back home, but there was an IHOP at some point back home. And they added, like, Filipino dishes instead of well, aside from the usual pancakes, they also added more to it. I understand it's so that they could sell more, so that they could make sure that the IHOP business stays, but I don't know, I don't like it. IHOP shouldn't have rice. Why is there rice in the menu of IHOP or whatever? But that's okay, that's just me. And also maybe, I don't know. I don't know what it's called. Like, I'm Filipino, but as a joke, but maybe sometimes for seriousness, I'm like, I don't like Filipinoism. I like Filipinoism, but if it's forced, then it's not, you know? I don't know how to explain it, but if you get it, you get it. If you don't, I'm sorry. I don't know how else to explain it. And I'll actually probably erase more of the tips of the curves. Hold on. But like, I'll use the airbrush, whatever. Okay. I'll see how I feel about the tail feathers tomorrow. Or some other time. But for now, we move on to shading. I'll do like a quick draft of the shading first. So it'll be super messy. So don't worry about it. Actually, what I want to do, I'm gonna just color the entire thing dark. Like in the multiply shade, and then I'll erase. I'll carve it out. Because sometimes it's easier for me to just carve out the lighting instead of adding in the shading. If that makes any sense, yeah. And I don't want to zoom in too much yet, so I can... oops. So I can work on the base shapes better. So we're gonna be working on like the lightest shadows first. But I'ma think. Because sometimes what you think is like a shaded part, it's actually just the base color. And it only looks darker because there's a bit of highlight on the side. Something like that, yeah. Interesting. So the pink and magenta, the pink and cyan line bits aren't super prominent, but it's like, it serves as like a border for the really bright, almost white parts. So actually it's just straight up white. Okay, it's getting really warm nowadays. Cause it's springtime! It's my first time experiencing all 4 seasons. I love it. I don't love the heat, but yeah. At least it's not sweltering hot. Like almost heat stroke hot. You know what I mean? Dun, 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 dun. I may be undead, but whenever I see a fellow artist while I'm in the elevator, it always lifts my spirits up. I love that. I love puns. Thank you so much, Smorphus. To be continued, yeah. Yeah. Oh, but then, cute little thing for my VODs. The music is actually muted. To avoid copyright, okay? So, yeah. Hold on, I might be doing all of this wrong. Because on the reference picture, like the really white parts are like where the arrow is right now. And then the shadows, okay, we're doing okay, I think. Because sometimes I get confused by shadows and highlights. Like I'd think that it's highlighted, but it's actually just the base plain color in the middle of the shadow and highlight. Midtone? I don't know. Because all of this dark brown that we're doing right now is all shadow, and I wanna do my best to like utilize it. I wanna do my best to place the shadows to the best of my abilities, yeah. Then all this part, like on the right side, should be all bright and white, you know? Actually, maybe I should add a bounce light here, but it'll be a different color, like here, from here-ish, later. But I'll still put shadows on the left side of the character, the illustration for now, and then let's see where it goes, you know? I want to add a bit of bounce light, so like she's not super she doesn't look like she's just lighted by one source of light, you know, something like that. I don't know. I'm just doing what feels good. And then I have to keep in mind that the way how they do their shadows is it's not airbrush, and it's like angular, you know, so I shouldn't be too hard on myself if it's not perfectly straight. Sometimes I have a tendency to be too hard on myself. I have to be nicer to myself, yeah? An artist being hard on themselves? Never, I know. Oh man. The thing with, well, maybe I'm pretty sure it's not just me, but me personally as an artist, I have a tendency to just want to do everything by myself. A one-man team, if you may. And it's really hard. But I'm being a one-man team mode right now for both Kuwa the animator and Kuwa the streamer. Because as much as I want to hire like an editor or something, I want to use my Kuwa the streamer money to pay editors. But thing is, I don't got a lot of Kuwa the streamer money. I want to copy the eye style of this creature. Of squirrel friend. But yeah, but in terms of Kuwa the animator, I think I'm doing pretty okay being a one-man team in that regard. I had considered hiring a sort of like, I don't know what the job title is called, but someone to answer my emails for me kind of person. I considered doing that before, but it didn't work out. And I have templates for my messages anyway, so it's fine. Like when I send updates or when I review commission request forms, I have like templates for that stuff. Like an assistant, yeah, something like that. But I think it's also a good thing that I didn't push through with it, because I use my Kuwa the animator money for bills and stuff. And right now, since I'm out of the family nest, I kinda need everything. I can't afford to hire an external person right now, unfortunately. But that's okay, I'm able to manage. We've done like the base shadows, and actually I might just be able to draft the shadows for today. Maybe I'll lower the opacity for this one, because I'm trying to emulate like this part of the shadows. Like the lightest layer of shadows, you know? Trying to emulate that one. I don't know. It's my first time doing multi-layer shading. I usually only go 2 levels of shading and that's it. Do 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 do. Man, I used to sing a lot. I still can, if the music really possesses me, you know. But at the same time, I'm feeling a little guilty for future Kuwa the editor. So there's Kuwa the animator, Kuwa the streamer, and then Kuwa the editor. Oh man. And I feel a little bad for her. Because I notice that I have a tendency to cut out all of the parts where I sing on the VOD version. Because on the VOD version, I just replaced the music with like random jazz piano music, you know? I used to sing a lot more and I should really get back into it. Yeah, you should. It's really fun. It's liberating to some. To me it is. Like if it really takes over me kind of feeling, you know? Doesn't matter if you sing bad. Doesn't matter if I sing bad. It's fine. As long as we just let it out, you know? Let it take over you kind of feeling. What am I doing with the feathers right now? I have no idea. Maybe a little bit of like just the bottom of the feather shading. Excuse me. And then I want to add like a bit of shading on the underside of this first layer. Yeah, okay. Because my usual style is, so there's this like first layer of shading, right? I would usually just put it on the corners so it looks like I don't know. It adds more depth to it in that way, but the way how Marvel Rivals do it is that they do it at the bottom. I don't know how else to explain. I'm bad at explaining things. I love singing and always have, but recently my voice changed a bunch, so it was a tiny bit too unstable to get any good singing. That's okay. You can always practice it again. So yeah, it's more stable now, yeah, like what you said. But now I have to relearn how to sing, and that's strange. Yeah, sorry. I read your first message, your previous message first. But yeah, it's okay. I understand how frustrating it is to relearn a skill that you were a master in, or that you were really, really confident in. But you gotta be nice to yourself, you know? As a fellow artist, because, you know, if you sing... You're an artist. Good, congrats. As an artist, you have to you have to be nicer to yourself. Do they do the okay. They do a bit of like a strand effect in the shading. So it's not just solid shapes. If that makes any sense. I have to zoom out. I really have to, what do you call this? Make it a habit of just zooming out first for the shadow drafts. And then I want to enshroud this in all shadow almost. And probably just leave 2 feathers sort of in the light kind of effect. Again, this is just a draft. You'll see the final output someday. Someday, so real. I never finish a project in a timely manner. Yeah, that's okay, but you gotta get, what do you call this? You gotta remind yourself you're taking it at your own pace. Art takes time. Projects take time, you know? And in my case, yes, all of those, but also, I'm just one person. I'm one owl. Bihun would also remind me a lot of those, like, sometimes I would want this and this, like now, and then they would be like, relax, you're just one person. Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't meet your quote-unquote deadline, because, you know, I can always move my deadlines whenever I want because it's my project. Except for client work, of course. If it's client work, I have to meet it, of course. But, you know, if it's like a personal project, I have to be nicer to myself. Last time I wrote and finished something, it took so long. I'm so glad I don't have people waiting on me. Well, people will still appreciate it once you have it out, but you shouldn't like if it's like a public project kind of thing, because you can make your own project and keep it to yourself, it's fine. But, you know, people will still appreciate it once it's out there, but at least, you know, they're not like, where is it? Give it to me! Or kind of impatience, you know? So yeah, at least you can take it easy on yourself whenever you want. And people will still appreciate the pieces that you put out there, you know? And if you're feeling like, oh, no one's gonna read it, you've read it, you know? You've seen your art piece. You're somebody, you know? What was that Billie Eilish song? I forgot. The one where she's like, I'm somebody, so I can love myself or appreciate myself or something like that, yeah. Oh, I'm zooming in too much again. Oh, I shouldn't do that. I do always have fun posting stuff, even if I don't think people will read it. It's just nice to know it's possible. They can see it. Yeah. And, yeah, exactly. And what's important is that you're happy. And if you really want people to see your work, you can always promote it. Additionally, what do you call this? Discoverability takes time, yeah? I don't know how to phrase it, but it's like, there was this interview with Lady Gaga wherein when she released Judas, she knew about the backlash, but she also sorta knew that people will appreciate it years down the line. It's that kind of feeling. And also, during the convention that I went to, I actually got to go to some panels, like streamer voice actor panels. And first of all, really great. And Damian Haas was in it, like Laios from Dungeon Meshi, and he also voiced other characters from Fire Emblem. He's also one of the guys from Smosh. He was there, and he mentioned something along the lines of like the whole growth thing takes time. And in the case of the streamer thing, like I'm talking about for my experience now, but maybe we can pull something out of this, like for the art side of things. But he said that it really takes time. And another speaker was like, yeah, the magic number for streamers is like 7 years. I'm like, 7 years? What? And then that kind of, what do you call this? Put things into perspective for me. Sorry, it's kind of hot. I need to tie up my hair. It kind of put things into, yeah, that's so rad. Yeah, exactly. Hold on. Yeah. Right, hold on. Hi, I typically write for a kind of niche fandom, but I've been very slowly working on an original project again. Yeah, that's good. But yeah, right. Another speaker was like, yeah, the magic number for a streamer is for making it or being discovered. Not really making it, but like being discovered, period, is like 7 years. I'm like, what? And that really put things into perspective, you know? And it just reminded me that I have to be nicer to myself because, unfortunately, other streamers are like, if I don't make it within 3 years, I'm gonna give up, you know, kind of thing. And I was almost like that, but later, like when I resumed streaming, I immediately thought, oh, I wanna like catch up to Game Grumps, or at least do 10 years like how Game Grumps is doing it right at this moment, because I'm never gonna catch up to them because they started like many years ago. But what I'm saying is I'm gonna try at least try to do 7 years, 10 years rather, or 7, who knows. I'm gonna stream for as long as I can, and if I make it, great. If I don't, that's okay too, because first and foremost, I'm really doing this for myself, you know? Like the video editing thing, that's more of for myself so I can practice how to edit. I don't know, does that make sense? I'm probably rambling. I'm definitely rambling. Point being, be nice to yourself. Give yourself some slack. As long as you enjoy what you're doing, then that's all that really matters, right? It makes perfect sense. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Despite my rambling, I still made some sense. Okay, we're doing pretty good on the shading, you know. It's kind of really taken shape, you know. So true. No, I get that. I do hope you can continue streaming because I've been having a bunch of fun. Hold on, I've been having a bunch of fun watching. Sorry, my brain. I did it. I read it. So true, especially if it's something creative. So as long as you're, you know, taking care of being fed and housed, the act of creating itself is something that deserves the time. Yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. And also, as long as you enjoy what you're doing. If you're creating and you're not having fun, then is it really creating, you know? It's more like suffering. Suffering, but in a cool way. Like in a cool and productive way. Excuse me. I'm half meaning I joke about it very rarely, but I actually don't like it. But I'm half joking that, oh, maybe I'll lose my mind on stream, you know? Especially since I have this, probably not serious, but still concerning memory issues. You know how sometimes I'm like, what were we talking about, you know? Surely it's nothing serious, but... Oh, yeah, hopefully it's not serious, but, you know... I kind of joke sometimes that I'll lose my mind on stream before stopping streaming altogether, or something like that. Like how some music artists are like, I want to die on stage, but nothing like that. Nothing too serious like that for sure. But my point is, I wanna keep going as long as I can. As long as you're having fun and being genuine, you will grow. Yeah. It's usually a slow progress when you start, but as you grow, you get better with it and growth speeds up. Yeah. I'm not really in a rush in terms of the growth thing, because I'm also doing the streaming thing to build up my confidence, you know? I don't want to suddenly boom overnight, because it's like, how do I suddenly respond to 3-5 times the people or something like that, yeah? I want to take it slow, but not too slow. As long as it's steady, it's fine. I've been looking at, sometimes I look at, like, the item list of Katamari Damacy and check if there are owls in it, but I can't find the list of things. I don't know if that's a thing. But if you're playing Katamari Damacy, or if you have played Katamari Damacy, and if you remember if there's an owl in the game, let me know. Cause I kinda wanna play it on stream, but I'm doing my best to stick to the owls and cooking theming, you know? So we won't get overwhelmed with the game choices, you know? Actually, maybe I'll edit the lines a little bit, wherein I'll add this secondary line. I didn't even get to put the embroidery, but I'll do it later on my own time. For sure. Promise. Doing a search, thank you. But yeah, no need to rush it. If there is, great. If there isn't, that's okay too. I can always just play it on my own time. The thing is, with Clip Studio Paint, I really like the liquify tool. Look at me go. Just liquify tooling it all the way. What is this? What is that? Where's this coming from? Oh, the nightmare. You could do a semi-regular random game day where you play something outside of the theme. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, but I'm thinking if it's like a one-shot, one-stream kind of game, maybe I'll do it. I've yet to look up those kinds of games. I do have a list of games that I want to play on stream for sure, and I have a sort of queue right now, but sometimes I want to change it up. Sometimes. Confuse future Kuwa too much. Where is that? Why are there dots? Random dots on my illustration. I don't like that. I don't like that feeling that, you know, you're just drawing and you're like, you see a random dot on the line art and you're like, what layer is that, you know? Yeah, oh no, trying to find the layer that it's on. Yeah, exactly. Sadly, no owls in Katamari. At least not in the games I checked. That's alright. That's alright. I can always play it on my own time. I really like, because I discovered this song through Beetlejuice. It's the part where that one other character got introduced into the scene, and this is the song that played. I'm like, oh, instant add to my playlist kind of feeling. I don't wanna, like, I don't wanna mention names, first of all, because I forgot the character name. Also, second of all, it's to avoid spoilers. Because even though I'm an owl, I don't wanna be a full-on spoiler owl, you know? Maybe this one, and then maybe a little bit of shading in between the frill folds, you know? Ah, geez, spoiler owl, yeah. Oh yeah, one other thing about me is that I have a bit of a Game Grumps brain rot. But although I haven't quite watched them a lot lately, especially since I now also have Gab Smolders in my rotation of videos to watch. I like her. Gab Smolders. Yeah, she's Jacksepticeye's partner. And she plays a lot of horror indie games. I like that. The most I can do with horror games is to watch, you know? I don't think I'm brave enough to play. Maybe I will someday. But it'll be like the super movie-esque ones, like The Quarry. That's kind of on my radar. Doesn't have an owl. Maybe there's gonna be an owl hooting in the background, you know? We just gotta believe. Even if the owl is just a background character, like a one-scene kind of character, I'll take it. I'll play it. I'll put it on the list, kind of, yeah. If I'm super strict about the owls and cooking games, then I'll have very slim pickings. Kinda like with Sly Cooper. There's no owl main character, but there's an owl enemy, so I'll play it. I am playing it. I will play it. No, so real. I have so many of their bits stuck in my head. Thank God fish aren't into cash. Yeah, exactly. I knew I recognized the name. Yeah, Gab Smolders. I like her. They have a cat named BB. So cute. For Big Boss. Or I don't know, maybe that's not BB's full name. What else? I'm more zooming in because I'm working on like the last layer of shading. But I think this is what we've got so far. I might lower the opacity a little more. Maybe this one will be 30 or something. No, maybe... Yeah. This one will probably be 50. Something like that. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. And then we're gonna be working on screen next. And I'll just use our, like, this brown-gray color as the screen color for now. I have to, when it comes to highlights and shading, like if you're an aspiring artist, you also have to understand why there's a shading there. And admittedly, I don't understand why there's like this like bracket shading quite yet. I'm feeling out my face, or maybe it's because I have Asian features or whatever. Maybe I shouldn't put it. Maybe I'll just put like a concealer style triangle highlight right there, you know? You gotta think of the planes of the face, like the angles and stuff. Like think in polygons. Or if you're into makeup, think of it like you're adding the contours of the highlights and contours, you know? Okay, so the way how I did the hair tufts is like very wispy. It's not like a solid shape. Actually, I wanna go back to the draft shadow first. We already have the base colors down, actually. Oh wow, actually, you know what? Looking good. Of course I'm gonna fix it later, but I do like the angled effect of the face. Yeah. And then I have to make sure that it still has curves, like on the reference picture. Because right now it's like very angular and brush strokey, you know? Maybe I'll actually remove this triangle bit by the mouth for now, and I'm gonna add like a shadow like a highlight defining shading by the lips. Something like that. She looks a little ridiculous right now, but trust in the process. We're gonna be blending it all out later, makeup style. What other highlight bits can we put? Like, it's definitely not for the whole apron for sure. So I'll do like a little bit of an apron fold moment, maybe. Ah, show Bihun already. Hee. Bihun, hello. That's our little baby. Maybe a little bit of highlight, like right here, you know? So cute, yeah! They follow my mouse. And because my mouse is like on the other screen, they're like... And also my head is like... That's okay, it happens. Maybe just a little bit of highlight for the knee. And a little bit on the feeties. Oh, Bihun shading. I want it to overlap a little bit on the shadows. There you go. And then maybe like just a little bit on the top, something like this. And then actually I want to put a little bit of shading here. So it kind of looks like the heart part of their head is kind of concaved a little bit. Because that's... well, let me think about it. Maybe, now that I look at the reference photo of the owl girl, of the girl holding the owl, maybe I'll put one a little bit under here, actually. Because my concept for Bihun is like, they're actually like this little creature wearing an owl cloak. It's like a wizrobe style from Legend of Zelda. Their true form is like this dark purple parts, you know? And all of this white, light purple stuff is just a cloak. That's why I can sort of dress them up in different kinds of outfits. For any season, you know? Oh yeah, the wizrobes were so neat in Wind Waker. I don't remember, but I have Wind Waker. And we'll play it eventually. I currently only remember the one from Breath of the Wild, unfortunately. And the concept art for the Breath of the Wild version of the wizrobe is what inspired Bihun's design. Like, you can see a silhouette of, like, a scary creature underneath all of that robes, you know? That's my concept for Bihun. So spooky! I really want to dress up Bihun up in more outfits. But so far, the artworks that I've done for them is of a Christmas outfit. I just have to find the time. But yeah, I dressed them up in a little elf outfit. I think last Christmas, I don't remember. Things are a blur. Once it's out on the internet, I'm like, I guess I'll just forget about it, you know? Maybe something like that. Just a little bit of like that really, really bright highlight. Oh yeah, also the thing. The corner highlight thingy. Like here? Something like that? Maybe I should actually put the white highlight as like its own separate layer instead of building up the screen and add layers to make the white highlight. Actually, let me do that right now. Ah! My eyes! Scared! I'm not used to using just straight up white for the highlights. I prefer using the layer filters. Okay, so now what happened is that the left side is too shaded. We're gonna add a new screen layer. Maybe put it at 50. And then we're gonna be using a random color so we can differentiate it later. Maybe like purple. We did say that the lighting will come from here. So we're gonna do like a sort of secondary rim lighting, but now that we put it that way, maybe I should just put the white, like the straight up white highlight on the other side instead. I will feel it out. Let's hide the white outline first. I do like the rim light effect though, because I have it on my VTuber model, but I can't quite put it on my live 2D model, because if I do that, I'll overthink it and I'll be like, maybe I want to do like a reactive rim lighting, wherein wherever I turn my head, the lighting will also move. I can't. my brain, as much as I want to do it, I don't know if I have the brain capacity to do it, you know? Ooh, I went to the gym today. Bihun and I have been delaying going to the gym for a while. I don't know, it's not easy waking up sometimes. But, yeah. At least we did it, yippee! And, I don't know, I just remembered to mention it because I remember in one of our VODs, I'm like, ooh, maybe let's check back in a year later. See if I get the Vi build or like the Princess Peach body build, you know? But, unfortunately, I've stopped the progress. But, you know, hopefully I'll be consistent this time. We'll see if I wake up. Maybe I should increase the white highlights. Because even though we say it's not super big, it's still kind of big, especially on the diamonds of Emma Frost's design. And also on Squirrel Girl, I think. Yeah, see? Kinda large. but then I did notice that it's on the opposite end. Ah, okay, wait, hold on. Maybe actually the rim, maybe that's actually the rim light. Let me see. Let's paint this white. Well, I'll think about it. I'm not used to using solid white as highlight. I want to do this because I'm trying to do a bit. The bit being Marvel Rivals art style. Let's go for this one actually. I'll fill it up. So now we're gonna polish at least the face, yeah. And then I'll just recolor the shadows later on once everything is finalized. Gotta do it for the bit. You can do this, I know. Like, look at me, this is just for one thumbnail. Am I going to play Marvel Rivals again on stream? Probably not. But look at me, so much effort just for one thumbnail. But it's gonna be worth it. And you better watch it when it goes live. Or at least put it in the background or on your queue, yeah. Like you at home, not just you, one of you, yeah. Bihun with the squirrel girl face for today, yeah. For today. Maybe some other time I'll, like, for example, I think to myself, maybe I'll make another Marvel Rivals art of myself. Which is, unlikely, but what if, right? Maybe I'll be like, maybe I'll base my face, from Emma Frost this time, you know? I've been slowly making my way through some VODs while I work. Oh, thank you! I appreciate it, really. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I also like put a VOD on while I'm working. Like someone else's VOD. I've watched my own VODs way too many times already. Then I'm like, it's okay. Just publish it. I trust myself. I trust Kuwa the editor, Kuwa the VOD scrubber. There's so many facets to myself. There was even one time when one of you at home is like, okay, and then what? Kuwa the loan shark? Wherein Kuwa the loan shark will take some money from Kuwa the animator and lend it to Kuwa the streamer. I'm like, no, I can't. I can't do that no more, boss. Too many Kuwa the. Can't I just be Kuwa Go the owl? Kuwa of the many facets, I know. I'm like an onion. Too many layers. I can't quite, maybe with Emma Frost's hair. Okay. It's still kind of, like, angular, but it's not super detailed when it comes to sectioning out the hair. There you go, I'm already using Emma Frost's reference picture. Okay. I'm really just polishing the shading now. So yippee! Some progress with the final shading at least. Although, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to send, like, to show a screenshot of what we've done later after stream. Because it's like a super work in progress. But that's okay. Take it easy, slow down. Don't be too hard on yourself, that's the mantra. Because sometimes I'm thinking, does that shadow look right? Maybe. And then if it's like a one yes, I should leave it, you know? Because if I keep reviewing it, I'll never finish. I guess it's the same for me when it comes to editing my VODs. Like, I review it once, I write down the timestamps of which ones to cut out or highlight, and then I'll leave it to further future Kuwa to actually edit it later. Emote idea, be nice to yourself, Hammer, like a little bump. Oh yeah. But then I'd have to think about... I can do it, of course, it's gonna take some time, but I'm gonna have to think about how to fit all of those words in. Be nice! Or kind of like that. Maybe it's just a be nice. Kind of a hammer. Instead of the word bonk, it's just be nice. So we can at least use it for other things? Like if someone's mean in the chat or something. Be nice, yeah. Multi-purpose as well. I even have this one emote idea. Like I would shrug and be like, kind of emotion. It's kind of in reference to one of Victor's emotions from Arcane. I don't know, it's like a subtle thing. I might not actually do it because it's so subtle that it might not be visible as an emote. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do it for a short. Victor Arcane mentioned, yeah. I liked Arcane. I kind of want the art book, but I'm not into League of Legends. I know some of you at home are working for Riot, and as much as I want to try one of the other Riot games, don't know if I have the time. Victor Arcane mentioned! We just finished watching it a bit ago. It's nice, I like it. I love the... Excuse me, I really like the animation direction. The character designs, very nice. Art style, very nice. That's why I also got drawn to Marvel Rivals, because it has that painterly texture look to it, kind of like Puss in Boots and The Last Wish, kind of like Spider-Man. What's that? Spider-Man Into the Multiverse. There you go. That kind of art style, you know? I like that. I like it. I like it. Oh, I'm overthinking this. Sorry. I'm dwelling too much on this hairpiece. We don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want to dwell. League is kind of mid as a game, I fear. But I'm also not a fan of that style of a game as whole. Yeah, exactly. It can get a little too sweaty. I don't like sweaty. Just drawing right now is already making me sweaty, but because I'm nervous, not because I'm angry. Why am I nervous? I don't know. I'm shy? I'm always shy. And look at that. We're already past the head, and we're already working on her brooch. So useful to draft it up first and then work on the rest of it, you know? I also like how I did the, what do you call this? The lighting on the bow here on this piece. The lighting on this piece on our sub view is really dramatic. I like it, but it was more of a color test than anything really. I just wanted to practice my lighting, whatever. But looking back on it now, I focused way too much on just having one source of light. But that's okay. It's still learning, and I still like the artwork. Oh, question. Do you ever draw characters that are more animal than Kuwa? I'd want to. I think your character is a super neat balance of human and animal, but also I'm curious. I don't get a lot of opportunities to draw full-on furry characters, if that's what you're asking. Like full-on anthropomorphic characters. Although I've had clients who are like full-on furry or anthropomorphic, sorry. I don't think a lot of people like to be categorized as furry. But anyway, yeah, I want to. I have had the opportunity to draw and to draw like anthropomorphic characters, and I want to do more of it actually. I've actually been thinking of making like a full-on owl Kuwa, like a were-owl, owl-bear kind of mode for Kuwa. But I don't know how I'll fit that to the lore, so maybe it'll be just like a for funsies kind of artwork someday. Oh, Owl Kuwa a la Sly Cooper? Don't give me ideas! I also wanted to draw myself in the Sly Cooper art style, but it's too comic-y. Although I could come on, don't give me ideas. Maybe someday I'll do it. I will do it. Full Alcoa would be so fun. Yeah, it's like I don't know if I have a draft, but maybe I'll post it sometime on the internet space, and then we can circle back on that, because I'd have to dig through my files, so I can't show you right now. But imagine Medley from Zelda Wind Waker. Like the doodle that I have for full Kuwa is kinda like that. But the head shape is more owl-like than humanoid like Medley's. It's more owl-like. Kinda like the bird people from Tears of the Kingdom Breath of the Wild, but less but more chibi rather. Kinda like that art style. Just imagine right now. There's an artist I follow on Instagram that has some anthro owl characters. Gotta see if I can find it. Yeah, share it to me. I'm also following other anthro artists on Twitter X. I like it. Sometimes they make giraffes and owls in like really nice vests, suits kind of thing, yeah. I had to think so hard to remember what they're called. The Rito, sorry, yeah. Though the Rito of Breath of the Wild are definitely way different styles from the Rito of Wind Waker. Okay, so like the Rito from Breath of the Wild, but in the chibi style of Wind Waker is what I'm trying to say. Something like that. Wherein they have the blocky finger feathers. Dorito. The Dorito. It still kind of weirded me out because I'm into the Zelda lore. So, because Dorito, the Dorito, is that what the closed captioning said? I'm sorry. Or not sorry, that's funny actually. Because the Dorito race, they're like the evolved forms of the Zora. I'm going into tangent about Zelda. It's fine. And for some reason, for some weird reason, they evolved into the Rito in Wind Waker. And Wind Waker is like the entire world is flooded with water. Why would the Zora need to evolve when they're already water creatures, you know? It's so weird. Yeah, they're supposed to be the Zora, even though in Wind Waker, when the world floods, which would be so good for the Zora, right? Why did they have to leave the water? It's perfect for them when the world flooded, you know? So strange. Why did they evolve like that? But because they evolved, because we have the Rito, we've got the really awesome sounding Dragon Roost Island song. I mean, something divine intervention maybe. Yeah, you're right. Evolution is weird. Humans made the mistake of leaving the water, and look at us now. We have to pay taxes. And all that other stuff like the tariff. We made the first mistake of leaving the water. I think we came from like fish, right? I mean, there's the monkey theory. I forgot what it was. Charles Darwin, but there's like another evolution theory where we came from fish, right? I don't remember. And then it's the meme quote that the first mistake we made as humans was leaving the water or something like that. There's so much water in the ocean. Why did we leave it? And now look at us destroying the world. Okay. Well, actually, we're doing pretty good so far. And we have plenty of time. I mean, technically everything came from fish. If you consider anything from the ocean a fish. That's true. That's true. I mean, they're one and the same. It goes fish-like thing to reptile-like thing to mammal-like thing to ape-like to human-like thing. Interesting. The gloves, pretty much done. Like the shape. I'll just recolor things later. When it comes to art streams, I actually want to kind of Blue's Clues it. Just like the VTubing thing that we're doing right now, I also want to Blue's Clues my artworks wherein I'm like, and then you draw a little thing, and then this, that makes up this, you know? My pieces are a little too complex for that. Maybe someday. When we're like doing another thumbnail art stream, wherein I actually just draw the chibi art pieces that you see on my thumbnails. Because this thumbnail art in particular is special. Oh, very Bob Ross style. Oh yeah, Bob Ross. Maybe we can like do a Bob Ross follow along stream. Maybe. Let me think, right? I'll think about it. Maybe I'll even put on a little painter smock, the painter apron thing. Yeah, group Bob Ross stream, yeah! And then I can pause, like, for probably like 2 minutes every step of the way. So we can all follow along, sort of. But it's gonna be a bit of a fast stream. Because he paints fast, you know? And admittedly, well, it's a proud thing of mine, I'm sorry. I kinda work fast as well. But I'll pause. I'll pause the video for you, and also for me. But it's gonna be more like a digital art stream on my end. Oh my goodness, we're already halfway down the body. I thought we were just gonna finish the head, but this is because I'm doing the first layer of shading first. I am speed, but also quality. I'm doing my best to keep the quality. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I miss Kingdom Hearts. But currently, I'm working on Final Fantasy 15 on my own time. Maybe we'll play FF15 on stream as well. Once I do like a one pass. Took me forever to find it, but Earth Essentia on Instagram. Okay, I'll read it back later, and then I'll write it down. Thank you. Thank you. Real, I started playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 1 with intent to go through more, but then got sidetracked by new shiny games. Yeah, exactly. Although, yeah, that's for you, but for me it's more of like work. I think nowadays, the only time that I get to play without distractions is when I stream games. No! Adulting! Animating! But at least for this week, since I mentioned that I took a break from working, I got to play a lot of FF15. And even though that game is like nearly 10 years old, it still looks really good. I remember going on a tangent about Kingdom Hearts one time during an art stream. I haven't played it yet, so my opinion stays the same of me not liking Kairi. But I do like the bit about the Kingdom Hearts developer Square Enix, following Utada Hikaru's hair at the time for Kairi. Like for each game, her hair is different. That's because Utada Hikaru's hair is different for each game. We'll get to Kingdom Hearts eventually. Oh, actually, maybe I'll edit the lines again. And I will add... Because she has like... I don't know if it's on this character sheet. Yeah, the little lines thing on the belt. Attentive to detail. Simple and clean. Oh, actually, there's also like the brown line. Oh, fine. Fine. I'll also add it. My brain is like... One part of my brain is like, it's okay, Kuwa. It's your character design. You can do whatever you want with it. Even the buckles are... Oh. Even the buckles are backwards now. Is it really? Let's just pretend it's okay. That's gonna bother me late. Actually, that's already bothering me, so I'll just not touch this. And I'll fix it later if I remember. I'll just work on the shading for now. The buckles are on the wrong side. That's how much I overthink my stuff, my art. It's like, the orientation is wrong. At least you can take comfort, you know, if you're a potential client, you can take comfort in knowing that I'm attentive to details. A little too much sometimes. Because what I like to do for character designs is like, I like to dissect the outfits. Like, how would you wear this? How would you, like, for example, what if I wanted to cosplay your character kind of thing, you know? The buckles would work. It's fine. I know. Fine. I'll leave it to future Kuwa. If she'll still remember and or like or be okay at least with the buckles being on the wrong side. I'm heavily referencing Squirrel Girl. But that's okay. Her characterization is kind of like what I have. I have like a little guy, you know? And also she has a brown jacket like me. So far so good. Kinda lazy to work on the frills right now, but let's start a little bit. But not focus too hard on it, you know? 10-minute doodle redeemed by John Doe. What is it that you want me to doodle? I'll do it. I will do it. Continue my total model. Fine. Let's raid another channel. We will. But since we have a 10-minute doodle, let's actually do it. So what we have from my memory, because I don't remember where the reference picture is. Let's do this. Hey, this is gonna... Okay. For reference, I've taken a quick screenshot of their profile picture, and they mentioned that I should continue their turtle model. It's gonna be a more polished doodle at best, because we're only doing like a 10-minute kind of... It's a little bit sussy, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the shape. But let's see if we can add a bit of color to it, you know? Especially this model in particular, or this art piece in particular. I made it in like 5 minutes a few years ago. Finally, an upgrade after 4 years, exactly. And then we'll still give it that silly face. Hee hee hee. And then we'll add scales. For sure. There's a bit of a shoulder moment going on there, so let's also put that in. We'll give Jando, the moderator, an upgrade to their total model after 4 years. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Swamp Dweller, and also AM. I appreciate it. I'm cleaning up the lines, but I still want the same wonky face. You rigged it last time. I can't rig it under 5 minutes. I'll rig it next time. Promise. And I want the same face shape. So I'm just copy pasting the previous one. And then I'll just sort of trace over it. Okay, I have to tell my friend about you. She's obsessed with owls. I can't read. But yeah, go tell your friend, Pommy. Thank you so much. But yeah, I love owls. I love owls. It's my favorite animal. They're basically cats. Flying cats, you know? Okay, we have time. Let's color this. Like a really quick color. I might change the color scheme later on for sure, but right now, we'll just use my stock colors. Maybe I want like with a touch of like teal or something. Yes! Cue me realizing at the end of stream that I can change my profile picture of Twitch. Really? I mean, yeah, you can, but interesting. Now you know. And now you can change your profile picture anytime. Kuwa Go the owl implies the existence of owl, the Kuwa Go. Yeah. Because for any of you out there at home who can speak Tagalog, Kuwa Go literally just means owl in English. Okay. Oh, actually, we have time. Let's check the values. Color. There you go. I want this one to be a bit, this one a bit darker. Oh wow, look at me checking the values on a 10-minute doodle. Why? Because we have time. This is literally like 2 shapes. And then maybe I'll color it lighter. Probably like this one. Clip it. Go the owl, Kuwa, yeah. Your owl, go the owl, yes, exactly. Pianist turtle. Yeah. It sure is. Why is this? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow, Levi Gumba and Lizzie B98. Thank you so much. Kuwa Go the Kuwa Go, yeah. And there you go. Woohoo! Oh wait. We have 1 minute. We were working on a Marvel Rivals illustration earlier, but it's more of like a drawing of me in the style of Marvel Rivals for my VOD thumbnail. And because of that quick little warm-up, we're able to draw this particular model very quickly. Am I going to rig this? Maybe. I'll do it in like 2 minutes, but not today. Some other time. On my own time, you know. 1 stroke and we finished the tutel. Yippee! Unless Jando wants a different color, but for now, this is what we've got. Yippee! I'm gonna go with just the Slayer. Alright, the Slayer. This is what we have so far. So from this one, from this little guy, to this big guy. Woo! Heck yeah, new model. Yeah. The name of the character is literally unpronounceable, lower-wise, from the book I ripped it from. Oh, I see. Okay. I'll remember, Slayer. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, actually. Alright. There it is. We have Jando's new model. Okay. I'll save this, send it to our moderator later. But for now, let's go back to the chat.